November 23rd, 2014, Samantha Cristoforetti, the Italian woman boarding the International Space Station. Now look, all right guys, today I'm going to show you 3 different occasions where Samantha has had incredible UFO sightings and what she had to say about it when she got back down to planet Earth. Truly incredible. Okay, as the Russian craft was docking with the International Space Station, we heard a very panicked reaction to a UFO sighting from the Italian woman. Now, we also heard the Russian cosmonauts trying to cover it up in real time, in live time. They had a hot mic and they knew it. Okay, now, but before any of you say she was reacting to, a tiny satellite or whatever, NASA puts everyone through a rigorous 2-year training program. They are trained to expect the unexpected, and she would have never reacted to something like this unless she was witnessing something truly unbelievable, something she's never seen before, right? And according to NASA protocol, nothing is allowed, nothing at all. Nothing is allowed near the International Space Station while docking. The Soyuz was docking with the space station. The Italian woman was with the cosmonauts, and they were docking to the ISS. Nothing is allowed in that area. Now, NASA would have picked that up on radar. The ISS would have picked up on radar, and the mission would have been aborted immediately. So this was definitely an unexpected craft. I mean, it would be reckless to continue the mission knowing there was a satellite nearby. So look, guys, I'm not buying that excuse for 1 minute. And remember, I'm going to share with you what she said, her personal blog, once she came back down to planet Earth, right? Once she came back down, what she had to say. But first, let's listen to her reaction, and then we'll go to the latest sighting, because like I said, there's going to be 3 different things that happened here, and I'm going to walk you through each and every one of them, step 1, step 2, step 3. So let's go back to November 2014.
Включаем справа внизу в пределах 1 градуса. Первый самый эфир штата. Дальность около 25 при скорости минус 0,12. Вещи находятся снизу по центру в пределах 1 градуса. Стыковочный узел наблюдаю. Ваши ждения. Дальность около 20. Мишень снизу на 1 градус. Принято.
Okay, now remember, you just heard her reaction to the original UFO sighting while docking with the International Space Station. So let's go through, incident number 2. Okay, it says giving a demonstration on the protective window shields and how they operate on board the International Space Station. Let me hit play. And you're going to see this UFO clearly under intelligent control. It's not an ice particle. It's nothing between the panes of glass. You can clearly see it makes a left and a right hand turn. Okay, she's lowering the window. It says zoom into the area where the two UFOs originate from. Okay, we're gonna try to zoom in a little bit here. And pay close attention, guys. Right there. Now this is UFO number 1. You'll notice it goes up and it makes a left-hand turn. A little bit difficult to see. Okay, UFO number 2. It says captured when the viewing window shield is opened. And you can see all the chips in the glass and everything. Right there, you see it? It goes right across and it makes this immediate left-hand turn. Now, what does that remind you of? It kind of reminds me of the Go Fast video from the USS Nimitz, where this thing takes off like a rocket, this little pill-shaped UFO. You see it'll go up, and then it makes a very sharp turn. Now again, guys, that isn't debris, that isn't anything floating in space, that isn't anything in the window pane, because I know there's been a lot of videos debunked, you know, where there was these weird little orbs like floating in the glass. But, guy, I mean, this is just probably one of the best, you know, I guess, pieces of evidence I've ever seen. I mean, you can see, we're going to go slow motion, goes up right there. It turns, and then it makes another turn. Right there. I mean, truly incredible, guys. And also, I'll show you a few enhanced pictures here in a minute. You know, little screen grabs I took and tried to zoom in on it, add a few filters, because that'll bring out the shape of it. Right there. I mean, again, guys, it reminds me of that Go Fast video. All right, guys, so now she has returned to Earth, and she's writing this blog, a private blog. She said, I had released my shoulder straps quite a bit at that point. So I was floating over my seat. As I turned to look outside, at first I looked back and saw one of our Soyuz panels, which I had seen before, of course. Not a big deal, right? Let's continue. Then my eyes caught something in my peripheral view, and as I slowly turned my gaze, and when I realized what I was seeing, I was overcome with pure amazement and joy. The space station was there, but not just any view. The huge solar panels were flooded in a blaze of orange light, vivid, warm, almost alien. I couldn't help exclaiming something aloud, which you can probably hear in the recordings of our docking, since at that point we were hot mic with mission control. Anton, okay, that is the Russian cosmonaut, reminded me of that. You know, remember in the video he said, you know, we're on a hot mic, tried to calm her down. And so I tried to contain my amazement and return to the docking monitoring. When I peeked again later, the orange glow was gone. Now, here's the picture I believe she was referring to, or at least one of them. Okay, so, or the orange glow rather, coming off the International Space Station. But I guess the ufologists, you know, researchers are claiming is it's kind of a cover-up from NASA here, because now they're trying to say, you know, oh, it was some, you know, natural lighting phenomenon caused by the International Space Station, and she didn't really see anything. Or, like I said, the other, you know, one of the official statements from NASA was it was probably, you know, a little, you know, small, you know, satellite, right? But again, you know, I can pull up official NASA protocol. There's no way in hell they would dock to the International Space Station if there was anything within, who knows, 100 miles, whatever. I don't know the official range, but it would be, like I said, reckless and dangerous. So, you know, look, what they saw was truly an unidentified flying object. Now, I don't know what to make of her little blog there. You know, it's almost like disinformation, like a cover story. But then, you know, let's have a look at it again, right? You know, when she uses the word like amazement, alien, you know, this orange glow, we've all seen a lot of orbs and things like that. I mean, you know, and imagine, you know, when she's looking out that window at night, you know that she's seen a lot more than she's telling us. Okay, number one. Number two, you know, what's up with like this whole, you know, Star Trek thing where she's doing the little sign with her hands and all that. So clearly, you know, she's into some type of, you know, UFO, whatever, research, entertainment, what have you. Okay? You know, again, right here, the huge solar panels were flooded in a blaze of orange light, vivid, warm, almost alien. You know, a very interesting choice of words, right? I mean, there's a million words you can insert there. You know, almost, you know, I don't know, magical, almost, you know, biblical, you know, whatever. There's a million words. Why use the word alien? You know, again, I mean, is she talking in code here, guys? I don't know. But look, something happened. And they can't cover it up, obviously. And remember, there was a hot mic, it was a live feed, and fortunately, you know, people were able to catch the UFO on video. Now, again, I know a lot of you guys have heard of this situation, but there's three parts to it. Like I said, the original part was you know, when she was docking to the International Space Station, she had the original sighting. Then she's given that example on how to open the viewing window. Okay, there's another UFO, and then now she's like talking in these weird codes that she's back to planet Earth. So you guys tell me in the comment section, what do you think? I mean, is it, what did she see? Was it a satellite? Because, look, the debate is over. She definitely saw something. Okay, you can't argue that point. But the point is, or the argument could be made, is what did she see? I mean, by definition, it was a UFO. And if it was a satellite, then why can't NASA come out and say, okay, well, no, you know, on this date and this time, November 2014, we had this particular satellite in the area. Here's what she saw. Also, go check out my last two or three, I think it was three videos ago, and I showed you guys incredible anomalies, you know, from NASA, going back to Apollo 15, Apollo 17, you know, the shuttle missions. I mean, all kinds. I think I showed like 10 or 15 different pictures in that one, Gemini. You know, so go check that out. So this is just another piece of the puzzle. I do think NASA is hiding things. You know, my entire family worked at NASA for many, many years. My uncle worked mission control during the Apollo 11 missions. You know, my Aunt Margie did the EKGs on the astronauts. You know, I had other family. I grew up in a NASA family, and I could tell you guys some crazy stories. But one thing I'll leave you with this, 100% sure. And again, I was told this by my uncle that worked mission control for over 20 years, that NASA does cover things up. They do hide things. And again, you know, my uncle's passed away, you know, rest in peace to my uncle, but, you know, he told me a lot of things, and maybe one day I'll talk about them on the channel. So, all right, guys, leave a comment below. What do you think?